Hello, everybody. A friend of mine called me from Shanghai. He's a Chinese guy living for 10 years ago in Germany and doing business, and then he returned to Shanghai 10 years ago, doing import-export business, making a good living, and not a millionaire. He's also not a party member. But he is in a way representing a kind of, average Chinese, or at least a big category of Chinese think like him. Why he called me? Well, he said, how are you? I say, we are fine, yeah. But that I could hear, it was not just a normal how are you, it's as if, he is expecting something bad, yeah. And then he say, yeah, we have learned that it's very serious with the coronavirus in Germany. It's increasing again. A number of infected is every day is 4,000, and as if I should be in a panic situation. But I said, no, don't worry, no problem. Everything is okay. Everything is really under control. And I think Germany is even better off than many other countries. But then he continued to tell me what his perception was. Yeah, it was he's just an honest guy. He learned everything from CCTV, Chinese state-owned TV. The only channel. It doesn't matter what media he watch or he read. It's the same thing. Yeah, telling people the whole world is doing bad except China. China is fantastic, and he believed in it. And he said, look, in China we have 1.4 billion people, but we have only 4,400 deaths. Yeah? While in Germany you have almost 10,000 deaths with only 80 million population. Really terrible, and America even worse, and so on and so on. But actually it was his kindness, yeah, to Kurt. I say, my friend, you can probably trust quite a lot German official statistic and also American statistics, but the Chinese statistics, they are not there to reflect the medical reality, the social reality. No, they are there to reflect the policy of the Chinese Communist Party. And the Chinese Communist Party, in their strive to be a world-dominating superpower, they want to tell the world, actually they do it openly, they say, the Chinese socialist system is superior. Look how we are successful in coronavirus combating, yeah? And how bankrupt the Western system is, yeah? That means how bad democracy are. They all have much more corona cases, yeah, and much more deaths and so on. And we, basically what he says is dictatorship is superior. It's sad in a way that my friend, like many, maybe millions and millions of Chinese, believe in this propaganda, yeah, and they do it because they think this is the way to raise the motivation of the people in a future war against the West. Huh? Probably, there's no other logical reason. And then recently I also was invited to attend a few rally and demonstration in Germany, yeah, and so. Mainly because of the situation in Hong Kong. That 12 Hong Kong Chinese were kidnapped when they were trying to flee from Hong Kong to Taiwan. I mean, every Chinese or every Hong Kong citizen has the right to take a boat and drive to Taiwan. Yeah? And then on the way to Taiwan, they were kidnapped by the Chinese marine police, yeah, and people were very worried first their whereabouts. You don't know. They can even claim that they all get drank in the sea or committed suicide, whatever. But now, so to say, a little better news is they are still alive, but they are arrested. They are They are in police custody, and they will be prosecuted for different so-called crime. But in this participation, what I want to share with you is in this rally, and so I talked to a lot of common people in Germany, and I noticed there's a change. There's a change. You know, before, many people would say, no, China is no longer a communist country. China is getting, reasonable. But nowadays, no, it's totally different. You know, the passing by people, when they stop and see what happened, yeah. For example, they see a sign showing, freedom for Hong Kong, stand with Hong Kong, and so on. Yeah? And they see, for example, stop organ harvesting on Falun Gong practitioner. They say, do you have any petition? Can I sign something? Yeah, sure. Yeah? So it's fantastic. I know that for years ago, you had to spend a lot of effort to convince them. Now they voluntarily wanted to do it. This is, for me, an interesting change to be observed. Yeah. Now, recently, to share with you my life, yeah, I was also invited to deliver a speech for the people in the Israelis academic circle, yeah, and it was interesting also. You know, there were something like 50 people, and with professors and lecturers and researchers from the different university, and so you can say a kind of academic elites of Israel. Yeah, it was interesting. And I also noticed not only the interest about China, about what is really going on in China has increased, but also they start to doubt, whether we should continue with this business partner. And the Israeli people they have many smart business people. So they had a kind of years of expectation that they can make a lot of money in this huge market of 1.4 billion people. But now I notice they also start to doubt. Yeah? So they also start to find that two things they find, which is important, or at least they find it in my speech. They say, yeah, we have two issues. One is the moral issue. People start to think, shall I continue doing business with a group of gangsters? Yeah, and second reason is they also think that maybe the Chinese economy is not as great as the Chinese propaganda claim. Yeah, so this is two very important enlightenment. Yeah, so by the way, my speech for the Israeli academical people, you can watch it in our channel. Yeah, the title is called China: Opportunities or Threats. So I recommend you to see it. It is a half an hour speech plus almost half an hour or 20 minutes question and answer. So I have got a lot of very good feedback saying that it has an eye-opening effect. So I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah. So do go and have a look. Yeah. It doesn't take that long time. Now back to the situation in the world. Yeah. Another thing which I would like to share with you, maybe you may not have seen it. Yeah, and that is in the United Nations. There is first time 39 countries, so first time since many, many years, 39 countries made a joint declaration condemning China's human rights abuses. Yeah? And these 39 countries, starting from strongest power of the world, USA, to UK, Germany, France, just name it, all Western European countries, most of the Eastern European countries, and Japan and South Korea and so on. Yeah? So basically, all these industrialized democracies in the world condemn them. And China, to counteract that, they organize 45 countries to make another joint declaration to say that China has been doing a great job in improving human rights and all this, yeah, praising China, 45 countries. So in the Chinese propaganda, they would tell the Chinese people, the majority of the world are on the side of China. Only a few minority, try to make trouble with us. But this few minority of 39 countries, if you put their GDP together, they are something like more than, I think, 55 actually percent of the world GDP. So clearly, it's not any 39 country. While the 45 country praising China, they are mostly small, poor, corrupted country in Africa, Asia, and South America. So this is the world today, and it's changing. And you will see, next time in United Nations, maybe the condemning side will become much more than 39 countries. This is my forecast. The pressure on China is actually increasing, not only in United Nations. The Secretary of State of U.S., Pompeo, was recently in Japan to meet with Japan and India and Australia. And guess what they talk about? Yeah, well, they talk about security, but it's clear they are talking about how we can work together to stop the Chinese aggression. This is what they are talking about. Aggression in the border with India, aggression in South China Sea, aggression in the Taiwan Strait. I'm quite sure that this is what they talk about. So the world is moving in a very interesting way. Yeah? And Pompeo, when he was asked by the journalists, what happened if China really attacked Taiwan? He would say, USA will not sit there and watch only. We will act. So this is the case. Okay, thank you for today, and don't forget to subscribe or click like, and please, if you would like to support us, click on Patreon. Bye-bye.